Hello, hello, hello. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and this is the inaugural episode of Money Makers TV and Radio, Money Makers Media. I like that, don't you? And so I am here today. We're going to do so many phenomenal things. But the first thing that we are going to do is to teach you how to truly get to the amazing space of creating cash for your books. Yes, we're creating a buzz. We're creating a buzz, which is up. All right. And so I want to tell you also, if you are not in Get Visible group, if you're listening to this on the radio, Moneymakers Radio, then you definitely want to get in Get Visible group. Go to bit.ly, Get Visible group. Get Visible group. And the other thing I want to tell you is if you're really serious about your visibility and taking this to the next level and getting it to the space and the place where you desire to be, then I'm going to tell you a link that you can go to and get connected to the movement. That's right. You can get connected to our text message list. We have a whole text message list, honey. We're doing things huge. Not playing no games. So you can go to bit.ly Money Makers Movement. Again, bit.ly Money Makers Movement. And so let's start this thing. I have something prepared for y'all. Like, I was not even playing. I've done some work for you all, and I want to show it to you. Yes. So let me make sure you can see my screen, darlings. Let's see. All right. And so those of you in Radio Land, if I know you can't see my screen, but if you email me, stevie@stevie.com, guess what Dr. Stevie will do, honey? She will email you the PowerPoint so you guys can see too. And shouts out to our guest today. Yes, we have a guest who is coming up soon, and that is Mary Orth Moss. Yes, she will be here in just a little bit. Aren't you excited? I know I am. Let's get to this PowerPoint so we can bring on Mary in just a minute. All right. How to create a buzz that sells your books. Presented by me, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. Absolutely excited. Yes. All right. Have you ever wondered how you can get more people to know about your book? Don't keep looking at those boxes full of books. Let's sell them. My job today is to transform you into being a featured expert from being an unknown author. Because you could be an author all day, but if you're not selling books, honey, are you really? Okay, who am I? My receipts. I am an international best-selling author with 16 published books. I earned a BA in Public Relations, an MS in Human Resources, and an honorary doctorate in leadership. I've been podcasting since 2011. My podcast can be heard on amazing platforms like Pandora, iHeartRadio, iTunes, which is now Apple Podcasts, and so many more spaces. Yes. And I have over 20 years of public relations, marketing, and branding experience. Media matters. Listen, okay, if you've never heard of a farm team, let me break down what that is, because we need to develop the mentality of a farm team. And that is before getting to the major leagues, players often start on the farm team. It's training ground. So what that means is that, you know, we all want to be on major platforms. We all want to be interviewed by Oprah, especially if you're an author, so you could be in her book club. But before you could get to Oprah, you've got to dominate your local media. And so that is one thing. You've got to take advantage of the opportunities presented to you, right? And then keep pitching. Find the key players of the station and email them about your book and why they should care. If, you know, being on the news is one thing, but being able to have something in which people care, you got to be able to do that, because this is earned media. Then learn to leverage. It's great that you got books. Now what? Make sure that you use your appearance to show that you're an expert, right? That's what we're doing. We are showing expertise, honey. Then this is me with my friend Taria Vision Avant, my friend and client Taria Vision Avant, and she and I were on the news. If you look right here, honey, it's a CBS logo. That means we're on CBS. And if you know anything about me, you know very recently I was in the Moneymakers Club. We were featured on over 100 different media outlets. So news appearance, no matter whether it's online or offline news, interviews add to your credibility. And you know that I believe that visibility plus credibility equals cash. Speaking engagements are a great place for you to increase your visibility. And that's me and a young lady. This is actually my planner. If you look closely, that is my book. Yes and yay. Cash phrase. Your cash phrase is what makes people want to buy your book. The truth is that there are between, give me 1 second actually. Here we go. The truth is there are between 600,000 and 1 million books published every year in the US. You have to stand out from the crowded marketplace. And what about your book? What can you say about your book that will make me whip out my cash or card to pay you? That is your cash phrase. All right. Media is great for credibility, but getting your book in the hands of buyers is what pays. How many ways can you get your books to buyers? You see my book again. These are buyers right here and friends. So get the engagement you deserve. Create opportunities that speak about your expertise. That is me presenting to a group of business women right here. That is me, and you, not me, but my book. And Lisa Nichols is right here. Yes and yay. And so this is also me. And that is when I presented my book at the NAACP Authors Pavilion. You see, these ladies are looking at my books and we're speaking about it. This is NAACP Authors Pavilion. Are you ready to start turning your book into cash? Like, that's a serious question. Are you ready to start turning your books into cash if you have a book? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see, because you need to be. All right. As we said, visibility plus credibility equals cash. Again, visibility plus credibility equals cash. One of my favorite things is that math equation. And so we're introducing the Celebrity Book Club. It is a $9.97 value, y'all. But guess what? If you're a member of the Moneymakers Club, you get to lock in for $197. And if you're not, then you get to lock in for $297. But guess what this package includes? Social media marketing to over 160,000. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm calling them man. 16,000 people. A custom design graphic announcing you. An interview on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more. Every podcast. And I believe I'm going to throw in Pandora for the people. I'm going to throw in Pandora. A copy of your interview to repurpose. The ability to send a copy of your book to Dr. Stevie. Opportunity to be an affiliate of Dr. Stevie's online university. A private Facebook group for investors in this project. So that is amazing, y'all. Custom design graphic, so that is for your visibility. Social media marketing, which is for your visibility and credibility. Interview on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more. That is for visibility and credibility. When you start getting those as seen on tags, and guess what? You are doing big things. Copy of your interview to repurpose. The ability to send a copy of your book to Dr. Stevie. Opportunity to be an affiliate of Dr. Stevie's online university. And private Facebook group for investors in the project. So if we go back to our slide here, some parting words are: some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some hire public relations officers. So that is what I have for you and how to get to the bag, right? And so that is up for grabs up until Sunday. So you get to invest. If you're a member of the Moneymakers Club, you get to invest in that for $197. If you're not a member of the Moneymakers Club, you get to invest in that for $149. oh, sorry, 297 up until Sunday of this week, which Sunday, we know the date is 8/9/2020. 8/9/2020. And so after Sunday, you can still invest, but it will be $9.97. And because that's the value of it. It's probably more than that. But I love y'all, so we're gonna allow y'all to do that. So without any further ado, what I'm going to do is transition just a little bit. I actually am going to bring Mary up, and Mary is someone who is just an amazing woman, amazing client, all kinds of phenomenal things I could say about Mary. And guess what? Mary is in the Celebrity Book Club. And so she is on a mission to help you divinely design your words to heal the world. Yes. As the author of 2 books, Woman at the Well and Woman with the Alabaster Jar, she understands how powerfully words can help others through difficult experiences and challenging times. She is a regular contributor to Christian Women's digital and print outlets, and has recorded over 80 live broadcasts on her YouTube channel. You better do it, Mary. She know about visibility, credibility, and cash. Y'all better pay attention. She enjoys speaking and biblical storytelling at women's retreats and is currently coaching a group of new and seasoned authors. Yay! So come on up, Mary. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk to the people.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Mary, how are you?
I'm great. So
Welcome.
excited to be here.
Yes, you are the inaugural guest. Just it's such Mary style. You're always the first. I love it. Inaugural guest on Moneymakers TV and Moneymakers Radio. Yes and yay. So what I want to do is to take a few moments and ask you the very first question, and that is, before we even went through the slides, you quickly said yes to the Celebrity Book Club. So I want to know why you said yes to the Celebrity Book Club.
I just believe so strongly that the more people who get their hands on our books, that means the more people are being helped by what we've written. Even if it's not a Christian book, if it's a book of any kind, it's going to improve someone's life. And the more ways that we can do that, the better it is. The more we're living fully into our purpose for writing the book.
Amen. And so talk to us about your books.
Well, my first book, which I happen to have, is Woman at the Well, Thirsting for Grace. And it is one of my favorite stories in the Bible. It talks about a woman who encounters Jesus, who is amazed to discover that he knows everything she's ever done, good, bad, and indifferent, and offers her grace anyway. I don't know of anybody in the world who isn't thirsty for that kind of relationship. So it really is a book for anybody. And then my second one, Woman with the Alabaster Jar, is about my journey through the grief after my mom died to finding hope and healing.
Wow. That's so powerful. And I want to ask you the question, how has being an author impacted your life?
It is just, it's the greatest thing, because I just have always wanted to share the God-given words that I have with the world. I really do consider it a ministry and a calling. And to hold that book in your hands, it helps you know that you're doing what you were designed to do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And in the regards of, making a buzz to sell your book, how have you been able to make a buzz in your own book journey?
Well, one of the first things that I did, I was coached, and that I now coach my clients, is that when you start marketing your book is the day you start writing it. Don't wait until the book is published, because you've lost all that time. Because a lot of times people are buying you and not your book, or they're buying your message and not your book. So you need to take them on that journey with you, so that by the time the book is out, they're lining up to purchase a copy of it.
Absolutely. That's what we call pre-sales.
That's
Yes.
right.
You gotta make it happen. And I think a lot of times, Taria, she always says garage qualified. And to me, to her, it means that, people are not buying your books. They are sitting literally in boxes because nobody is buying it. And I love the fact that she has become so proficient in pre-sales. And I think that the greatest thing you could do is to start before you even get there, because it'll help you, for one, finance your book journey. And sometimes books can be expensive to make, sometimes not, depending on how you publish. But yes, you got to start marketing. You have to take this book journey seriously. You are an entrepreneur. You are not somebody who is just a writer.
Right.
You've taken it and you've made it into a viable business. So out of the things that are in the package, as far as the social media marketing, as far as the interviews, as far as being on Pandora, what is your favorite thing that you are most looking forward to in
Oh
the
gosh.
package?
It's hard to pick just one thing. I mean, I jumped on the opportunity, first of all, to be on Pandora. I mean, even, my son was impressed. He was like, oh, Pandora. So, he's not impressed about a lot that I do. So that made an impact on him, on a younger generation. Just the breadth and depth of visibility and opportunity to get the word out about my books, I think, just in general, made me jump on the opportunity.
Yay, that's exciting because, Pandora it wasn't part of the original package. And I'm like, I love to offer this to people who take action. And so it's going to be incredible just to see that. And it is a cool factor. People know
Yes.
Pandora. People know, Apple Podcasts. People know iHeartRadio. So to be able to leverage this opportunity and to say, listen, I'm gonna be on Pandora. What? Because I listen to Pandora a lot. I'm a fan. So I'm excited to be able to help present people on that. And I think that, like you said, your books, it's a way to encourage people. I keep books. I'm like, I live in Barnes and Noble, before the world shut down. But I lived in there. And I think even when I didn't have money to buy a book, I would go in there and just borrow, because they let you read in there.
Right.
It's like an upscale library type thing.
Exactly.
So I know that you have something coming up in which you are helping to even drive the visibility and the buzz, if you will, for other people in their books. So tell us a little bit about that.
Right. In a couple weeks, I have a live author showcase where authors are encouraged to invite a small audience of readers to a private reading of their book. And then I coach them in how to grow their email list so that they can continue to grow their list of potential buyers. And one of the things that was the most surprising for me, and I think for the authors, is that many of them had never read their books out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a new level of power when the words are spoken. So that was a very impactful experience for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's true, because I always talk about cultivating your it factor, even though I have so many books. I always talk about that one because it truly is the book that I wish I would have had, that I would have known. Like, it's very personal to me because I knew that when I was in corporate, I didn't know my it factor. I would not have been in there. And so it's very cool to be able to say, hey, listen, like, I am reading, these are my words, like, in printed form. That is dope. Like, the books will outlive us.
Yes.
Fortunately, we are finite beings, and at some point in our life, this journey is going to be over. But our books are infinite, and they can always keep going. So I commend you on that, because I'm all about visibility. That's my favorite word.
I know.
And I think just going forward in the journey of visibility and doing it in unique ways, and we can never be visible enough. I feel like when
Right.
we are visible, that's when because people are being born every day who may need you, may need your words. And I know one of the things that you did, which was very cool, was for children's book authors, right? You did a showcase
Yes.
so that is one different variation. Have you done any other variations as far as like, or are you showcasing mostly all authors? So tell us more about that.
So far, it's been authors in a pretty small group, mainly from the visibility group or the moneymakers group. Some were personal friends, connections that I've made with other authors in my real life, my in-person life. And there's been a suggestion that maybe we do some by genre. And if there's an interest, I think that would be really cool. I would love to do that. But right now, it's the children's authors, which was really fun because we had two really great children's authors read their books, and friends with young children or friends with grandchildren tuned in to hear the stories. So that was really fun.
That's awesome. Especially now in which we can't really, have a book reading or a book signing. You've made it virtual and made it able for everybody across the world to be able to connect. I think that's
Right.
absolutely phenomenal. So
Thanks.
this is going to be just dynamic. It's a dynamic opportunity for people to just get connected. And so what I want to do in the last few moments that we have with you is to ask you, what are your parting words? What will you, because I know your words have been created to heal the world. They've been divinely designed. So what would your last few words be?
It would be something that a friend taught me several years ago that has resonated with me so much, is that your story isn't for you, it's for the world, and the world needs your story.
Amen. Amen. So thank you, Mary. We know that you are in Get Visible group. So everybody reach out to Mary in the Get Visible group so that you could connect with her and you could figure out how to work with her. She is dynamic. And I'm going to allow Mary to exit our stage in our last 5 minutes. Just want to have a quick conversation with people and just I'm excited. We're going to go back to the screen share here and talk to you all. Let's see what I can do. Talk to you all about this package again. I think that is amazing. Let's see. So again, if you go to createyourcash.com, Celeb Book Club, and you'll be able to be featured as one of our celebrity book club authors. You will be able to be in the package, which includes social media marketing to over 16,000 people who may not have ever heard of you before. You'll get a custom design graphic announcing you. You get an interview on iHeart, Google, Apple, and more. And we just threw in Pandora. Get excited about that. You get a copy of your interview to repurpose. What's important about that is that you get to use it for whatever. So a cool thing you could do with that is to send it out to your list. Like Mary was saying, she helps authors to build their list. It's a dynamic way to get it out to more people. Then you have the ability to send a copy of your book to me. Yes, because I always showcase things I get sent. Opportunity to be an affiliate in my online university, and you get a private Facebook group for investors in this project, so people like you. And so up until Sunday, if you are not a member of the Moneymakers Club, then you will be able to purchase or invest for $297. If you are a member of the Moneymakers Club, then you'll be able to invest in this key package for $197 up until Sunday. But guess what? After Sunday, it will be the regular price, the regular investment of $997. So if I were you, I would be going to create YoCash, yocash.com/celeb book club right now. Not later, but right now, so you don't miss the dynamic opportunity to go ahead and get this done, because we are taking it to the next level. We are taking it to the next limits, and we are so excited. This has been our inaugural episode of both the Moneymakers TV and Moneymakers Radio Show. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our amazing guest, Mary. She is dynamic when I tell you. Definitely connect with her as well so that you could get all that she has. When I tell you that her words are divinely designed to heal the world, that's what I mean. She brings such a peace and joy to all that she does. And so I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I end everything I do. You see all my books in my library? You know I love to keep books. That's my thing. Make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Yes, you do, my darling. And I will see you right back here on Moneymakers TV and Moneymakers Radio next week, right on Tuesdays, right? Tuesdays is our day. And our guest will be another amazing, exciting person who is on the way to impact the world with her work. Yes and yay. So, guys, I'll talk to you later, my darlings. Bye.